Welcome to Launceston, settled in 1806 and surveyed in 1826. Launceston was originally known as, let me get this right, Tasmania, and it was named Launceston after Launceston in Cornwall. Now all of you would know that Camilla is the Duchess of Cornwall. Anyway, Launceston became a shipping port for the industries around it, which was the wool and agriculture, which supported it. Originally built in Georgian style buildings, over the period of Victoria it changed many of its facades to a Victorian architecture. We're here to explore the architecture of Launceston, so come along with us and see what we can find.
Peter here, Launceston City Park, Albert Hall in the background, monkeys to my right. These aren't your ordinary monkey, no monkey business here. We have got 20 monkeys from Japan. They've been reintroduced in 2002, but the park has been synonymous with an animal enclosure over the centuries. So hey, this is pretty well kept. The monkeys seem pretty happy, and they are Japanese monkeys. Who's the monkey? You can tell we're related.
Ronald Campbell Gunn, 1808 to 1881, was a self-taught botanist. There are 42 plant species that bears his name. The main gates of the People Park, now the City Park, were erected in 1903 to commemorate the coronation of His Majesty King Edward VII. The Crown Mill, built by Thomas Affleck in 1897, was the first electricity-powered flour mill in Australia. In 1918, Affleck joined with Mons milling firm to form Mons and Affleck. The mill was used to produce specialised products such as rolled oats, oatmeal and split peas. The mill ceased operation in 1976. the granting of Launceston's independence in 1856, this saw the government buildings erected. The post office was built during 1885 to 1889, Queen Anne design and turrets. The post office was designed by William Walters Edridge. The clock tower was added in 1906 and the clock tower was designed by Alexander North.
Behind me, we have Macquarie House, built for Henry Sprunt. It's a fine example of Georgian architecture, and it was his warehouse. Georgian architecture. Okay, we know who followed King George. It was Queen Victoria, so it has to be older than when Queen Victoria came to the throne. Georgian.
The Middlesex Terrace and East View Terrace was built in 1905. Favoured as a respectable address for single ladies, they featured much rare luxuries as electric light, gas, stoves and cold running water. New custom office was built in 1888 for the growing port of Launceston. It was built on timber piers driven through water-bearing silt. I'm standing in front of the S Brewery, established in 1881. James Bogue, a Scotsman, immigrated to Australia in 1853. He made his way with his wife Janet and 4 children to the Victorian Goldfields. After 3 months, he made his way down to Tasmania and in 1881 started the enterprise, the S Brewery. Over 3 generations of James Bogues, it eventually, in years to come, in the 2000s, it came into the hands of the Japanese people. It is a popular beer in Tasmania and on the mainland. But what I love about James Bogue is one of its old commercials where a sassy lady drops a Bogue's beer down to a gentleman. Anyway, a little bit of history, but if you're ever in Australia and like to try an Australian beer, try James Bogue. The old umbrella shop, built circa 1860, previously a green grocery store, became the Stott family business selling and making umbrellas in 1921. The shop was acquired by the National Trust in 1979. We've finally come to the end of our walk. Behind me is the Clarion Hotel. That was built in 1855, but now it's called the Grand Hotel. That's where we're staying tonight. But if you ever get a chance to walk through the streets of Launceston, you will find that it is a great place to discover some grand architecture. So find the Tourist Bureau or download the map, A Heritage Walk in Launceston. Get on your feet and walk the streets and discover some Georgian and Victorian architecture. That's all from us today. We'll see you tomorrow as we discover Cataract Gorge. See you on the next one. Bye.